Hi everyone, it's Amy from Amy Fat Free, and it has been not only a long while, but a super long while since I've done an update. I went back and I looked September 21st. Oh my goodness, it's almost a month ago, and I only have to apologize to myself. So, I'm so sorry, self, and everybody else. I'm sure I've lost a whole bunch of actual viewers. Maybe they'll find me again. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate those who stop and listen and watch. So, I was on a vacation. I drove with my husband and my daughter to Portland, Oregon for a couple days, and then we drove to Seattle, Washington. So, that was an interesting trip. I did most of the driving, so I've never driven past Northern California for the most part. So let me do my weigh-in. Get right to it, because I have some stuff to say about it. Okay, so on September 21st, I weighed 230.6, and I won't give a rundown of everything. So September 28th, which was a week later, was 228.2, and the week following that, which was 10, well, I don't know because the date in here is wrong, 10 something, I could not weigh. I was in Seattle, and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law did not have a scale. Or my mother-in-law didn't. I don't think I asked my sister-in-law. So I had no scale while I was in Seattle, Washington. So I did no weigh-in. So I went 2 weeks blind. It was a little scary, but I managed. So when I got back on 10/12, I weighed, and that was 228.8. which made for a 0.6 fluctuation, increase fluctuation. If you watched any of my other videos, I think I touched on this once. If it's like a pound or less, I think it's like a fluctuation. It's not so much a gain. So I'm trying to keep my head straight and not call it a gain unless it's actually I don't think it's a gain unless you maintain that plus for a couple of weeks, because our bodies do adjust in time. Anyhow, maybe that's just my way of convincing myself it's okay. Anyhow, so that was 10/12. That was last week. So, fast forward, it's today, 10/19, and I don't know what week it is. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it makes it my 5-month anniversary. Plus 3 days. And today I weighed in at 223.2. So that was a minus 5.6 pound loss from last week, which was actually probably a 5.6 pound loss for the last 3 weeks, because there really was no change. So that's a grand total of 92.8 pounds lost and 66.8 pounds post-surgery. And so far, 5 pound loss for the month. So yay, I'm so excited. That's 92. I'm a skosh away from 93 pounds. And I think in my last video I talked about I finally did set some goals for myself. Not going to beat myself up for not hitting them at the time that the somewhat timeline I put. But I really was hoping to hit 100 pounds at 6 months post-op. So my goal was 100 pounds 6 months post-op, which would be 11/16, or at least by Thanksgiving, which would be a week later on 11/23, or the day before Thanksgiving. So I have 7.2 pounds to lose to make that happen. And I had a really slow period. Now I'm not sure if that slow period was just that plateau period, and my doctor even warned me at my last visit, you're going to hit a plateau, don't get discouraged, it happens, and your body has to adjust to its new way of feeding. But I'm still thinking 7.2 pounds in 3 weeks for my 6 month anniversary. And I'm not sure that, in the beginning that was like, oh, no problem, but now, it's a little slower, which is fine. But I will tell you, even though he said not to be discouraged, I've been discouraged. I told my husband I've been fighting this little depressive thought that, you know, what if I stop losing? What if I'm not doing enough? What if I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing? And those are thoughts that I think everybody probably will have or has had. And I don't know if it's possible to not have them, but I think that I'm doing a good job. I'm doing the best I can. The only thing is I don't have a regimented routine for exercise. After, like, our summer started, it was really hard to keep going to the gym because there was always something we were doing or somewhere we were going. And I can make excuses, as a lot of us can, until I'm blue in the face about it, but I do a lot of projects. Like, I go out in the yard and I do tons of yard work, and just like Quilting Connie, she was like happy that she can mow her lawn. I can mow my lawn now too, and moving bricks to, you know, to extend a patio that we had, and raking up leaves from like the gazillion trees we have in our backyard and in our front yard. And I just finished a project, my little speed project. I did it quickly, but I did good. I sanded down 2 big tall bookcases, sanded them down, and wiped them down and painted them 3 times so I can move them into our house. And I'm constantly doing projects. I've done our baseboard, and okay, I'm making excuses to you guys, and I think it's mostly for me, but I am constantly working on projects, so my body is constantly moving. I did, the last video I did was, my size what? Because I got into size 16. It was 16W. I don't care, I'm bragging about that 16. It's actually, I think I'm an 18, and it's a little tight for a regular size. If I could just walked into, you know, Old Navy or Macy's or something, I think I'd have to buy an 18, and it'd be a little snug, or 16 women's. But I found these jeans. I wish they were cheaper because I'd buy a gazillion of them. I love the way they fit in my legs, because my legs right now are hard to fit without looking like I'm squeezed into a sausage tube in my legs. Like, they fit fine in the stomach and the hips, and it's like a little baggy, and, you know, from the calf down they look good, but if you look from like the hips to the knees, it looks like I'm squeezed into a sausage casing. But these Liz Claiborne jeans, they fit. I don't feel like uncomfortable. I don't feel like everybody would be staring at my legs, but they're too expensive, so I bought 1 pair on sale, and I'm going to wear the heck out of them. Anyhow, I think I was talking about, exercise. So, after the, oh my goodness, my size what video, I really wanted to get back on here, and I didn't. I had the motivation. We have bikes, and we got them a couple of years ago, but me and my husband both tried to ride them, and it was just we were too big. You know, it's like the tires were completely full, but you sat on them and the tires went really flat. So we were unable to actually ride the bikes, and my balance was way gone. Anyhow, I was able to get on a bike and ride it. Woohoo! Bike trailer we got when my daughter was like 6 months old, or like, not even 6 months. She was probably older than that. She was probably a year old. We got a bike trailer to hook onto the bikes, and we've used it as a stroller, but because we couldn't ride the bikes, we never hooked it onto the bike. Well, I hooked it onto the bike, put my daughter in the back, and I rode for like 5 days before we went on vacation. Every day I went. We went to the grocery store on the bike, we went to the park on the bike. She thinks it's fun, I think it's cool, so that was really nice. So I'm doing different things, and that's all good. I'm not being a lazy lump. Although, and on vacation, it was weird that I didn't lose any weight, although my eating habits changed a little bit, only because I had to, you know, conform to not being in my routine or in my space where I knew what I had. I brought stuff with me, but not enough for the whole time we were there, so anyhow. But we were walking a lot and playing with the kids, and so I was a little shocked when we came back and I hadn't lost anything. I had gained like 0.6 pounds. And that really put me in a funk, I think. And I knew logically all the things, but still my head was fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And I think it's just something I think almost everybody's going to have to go through. I think I'm still going through it, but there was some light at the end of the tunnel, because I felt better when I got on the scale this morning. I was like, what? Woo! Yeah. I was going to say something else, but it's 10 minutes, and I don't remember. It was going to be a quick video, and I was going to make another one later. Thank you all for watching. Oh, some foods. A couple people asked in a private email about what am I eating now, and I really should do a little video, because I totally get a bunch of ideas from other people, like tacos. I got that from somebody, Smiley Cat, I think. And you get the Carb Balance whole wheat fajita-sized tortillas. Because the amount of fiber brings the net carbohydrates down to 5, if that. Maybe it's 3 or 4. And they're small, so they're a good size. They're fajita size, so they're smaller than a small tortilla. And this other idea I got from, I think, Quilting Connie B. I used those tortillas and started making pizza. Now I got store-bought pizza sauce at first, and everybody liked it. But then I was watching a show, and I saw roasted tomatoes, and my neighbor brought me some tomatoes that were ripe, and I was like, I can't keep these in the refrigerator. They're not going to last that long. They were ripe. So I cut them up, and I roasted them. And then I thought, oh, if I take those roasted tomatoes, I pureed them and put that on the tortilla, because there's no preservatives there. It's nothing. It's just good, yummy, right now stuff. And some reduced fat shredded cheese, and I use I call them sausage crumbles, but they're the Morningstar meat starters or something like that. Meal starters, the little crumbles. Looks like ground beef, but it's not. But it's high in protein. So I put those on my pizza, and I love mushrooms. So I put a little bit of mushrooms. You can put anything. We had a smorgasbord of stuff that people could choose from to put pizza on. And my parents are into it now. My in-laws. Everybody likes those tortilla pizzas, especially with the roasted tomato paste on as the sauce. So yummy. I found a bread, and I'm still running out of time. I found a bread. Or wheat light. It comes down to 5 carbs per a slice of bread, but the slice of bread is really tiny, which is perfect because that's all I could eat anyways. You could cut it in half and make a good sandwich, with something that you like on bread. So that I found that. So those are some carbs I've let into my diet, but at a minimal rate, once a week or something. Although when I first did the pizzas, that was an easy thing to do. It's high in protein as well as low in carbs. So, and all you can pile on the pizza is all the protein you can find, cheese and meat and all that. Okay, I don't even know how long I can make a video, but I'm at 13. That means I should probably go. So I'll try to make a video of other things I eat. But I still eat yogurt, Chobani yogurt, Greek yogurt. I eat beans still. What else do I eat? Atkins bars, because they're quick and easy. I can throw them in my bag, and if I'm stuck somewhere, I can eat them. Okay, I really gotta go, but I will do another video maybe tomorrow night. And ta-ta for now. Thank you everybody who has remained interested, and I thank you all for sharing your videos, because I learn so much, and I get food ideas, and I get support, which is a really big thing. And I'm thinking I should go to an actual support group soon to get out the feelings of feeling kind of stuck. I know I'm not stuck, but I have that feeling in my head. Okay, I gotta go. Stop talking to me. Bye. See y'all later.